Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. It's not Sunday for you, though. It's Monday for you. If everything goes right. We're still rocking and rolling here. All right. I did some stuff ahead of time. But admittedly, it's not the right color yet. So what I did, I wanted this to have time to dry. And I have several of these kind of pots of meaningless scraps that I've had for several years, some of them, but I can't get rid of them. I just can't. I can't. Because they all turn into stuff, and invariably, these turn into either my favorite processing part of the project or my favorite look or whatever. So I hesitate to throw anything away. Even something that looks like the emblem on the Star Trek uniforms. You just can't. So, what I did, all right, let me get everything out of my way. I found a clip. Everything has to go like this. Okay, so what I did was, there's still a tiny bit of paint wet. A couple hours ago, I put a ton of scraps. Oh dear. I think I'm just going to do this. So I think that's the only place it's wet still. Yeah, that must have just been an extra blob right there. Anyhow, okay. I put a ton of scraps. Just anything that came out of here. I mean, and they are meaningless. They are, this kind of stuff. But I can't throw them away. So, sometimes they're overlayered 3 or 4 times. And then, if you'll notice, there's thread caught in some of them. And I did not want that thread to get sewn down, to get glued down. I wanted it up. So as this was drying, after I painted it, I put some little snippets of paper towel to kind of prop these up so that they would not dry into the paint. But after I got a layer of little pieces down, I put, or bigger, I mean, when I say big, I mean like, maybe 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches in some kind of weird configuration from whatever it was used for or left over from. And I put them all down basically in the corners, but they stretched over in a thinner layer to the whole edge. And I didn't film this because this is something I have done before and it's not rocket science. I glued paper down, scraps. I basically glued trash to the edges of my journal, focusing in on thicker layers, perhaps, in the corners. And I mean, when I say thick, they're not really that much thicker. However, then I put some more tinier layers, really snippets, this kind of stuff, on top and gave it some more dimension, some more layers, some more of everything. And then I put, because our prompt today is snail, my prompt is snail. And I cut out 3-4 pieces of round paper out of bigger pieces that are still in that same bin. And they're here, 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 and here. You probably can't even see them at this point. And then I wanted a neutral background. Well, if you'll notice, this is not neutral. My paint was still in my car. I know. Every time I go down there, I forget my keys and whatever. So what I think I'm going to do, I was trying to make mud. Of course, whenever you want to make mud, you don't make mud. But I'm wondering, I know I have brown tempera paint sticks. So I thought maybe I'll just test this in a couple places and see what this looks like over the top. Oh, this is copper. Okay, this is not brown. No, I don't want a metallic. Because the snails can, well, yeah, their slime is metallic the next day, isn't it? On the sidewalk. That's where you could tell where they've been overnight. So I'm thinking I might, and I'm going to the hardware store today and get a cheap $12 heat gun and leave it here. I thought I had one here before, but I don't know whatever happened to it. Sometimes my tools end up with the husband's tools, and then he takes them home, or after he's through with them for that project, he throws them away. He's very wasteful. But It's his money. Okay, so now let's see if I can infuse that with some brown. This will need to dry a little bit, but not as much as if I had put another layer of paint on here. I don't care if some of the green shows through or some of the yellow even, but I didn't want it to be in your face. And there's paper, there's edges of the white, oh dear, that are showing, and I'm okay with that too. I just kind of wanted to make a layered background. And I have not thought about the process beyond this. Because I like to work intuitively. You guys know I like. I like it when the stuff talks to me. Okay, so now I do have a brown Stabilo, but I think that's going to be the same color. Yeah, it's pretty much the same color. But it's more of a coloring crayon look if you don't get it wet. At this location, my table does not squeak, nor does my chair, but my Stabilo and Tempera paint stick drawer rattles like crazy, so forgive me. It's not the rattling in my head, it's the rattling of the supplies. Okay, so now, it's kind of messy, but I don't hate it. I think I was looking for a little bit of a different look, but now, come on. That's why I hate these drawers. They don't open up all the way. I'm going to add a little white. I don't know if it'll show up white, though. Because maybe. I just love the idea of these strings just kind of hanging out. Literally and figuratively. I got one hanging off the edge here. And these are hanging, two, one on this side, one on that side. But this one I put it down under paper so that it is on both sides. Some here, some here. Okay. If I wipe this off while everything is still wet or damp, it's just going to smear. So, admittedly, I'm not sure I like that. However, I'm going to roll with it. Now, if you've been here for any length of time, you know I love a child dictionary. I happen to have one or two here from the thrift store. And here is snail. That's a mighty big snail. I don't think I want that. But I have a beach stamp. I have several beach stamps, but I don't think I brought them. But I have this one here, but that doesn't have any snails on it. Just rummaging through stuff here. Ooh, a pocket page? I don't know where I got that from. Oh, maybe from an Allie Edwards Halloween kit last year. Because I did order it. What is this? I think this is all horror movie stuff. How I got a shrunken head. How I got my shrunken head. say cheese and die. Yuck. Yeah, Men in Black's stuff. Goosebumps. Breaking Bad. But I'm wondering if I could cut something out of here that might turn into a snail. So like this color, even though this is Breaking Bad, I might just cut it into a circle. And I don't have to have a snail on here. Obviously, I haven't done that figuratively already before. All wrapped up and nowhere, no place to go. Yeah, this is all. Karate Kid. I've never watched any of, I watched Karate Kid, the old one. Now that could be turned into a snail somehow, maybe. And matches the colors, sort of. I'm just scribbling on here so you can't tell what it is. Sort of. I don't think I like that either. This is backfiring. Mainly because I don't think this is the colors I wanted. I have paper here. Let's see what I have here. Oh, tons of Tim Holtz stuff. Oh, but I do have this is somewhere. I got this from Michael's or someplace, probably. What else is in here? There's an owl. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's one of those guys. I like that too. Let's see if I can make something or do something with those. And I do have a couple painted papers that I brought. But I think all of this is Tim Holtz. Why do I have so much of this? I'm making my own stuff. Making my own stuff. Oh, look. All the Tim Holtz that I have. Jeez. Going in the Tim Holtz category. Now, the paper in here is all green. But this is another neutral one. This one's French. Here's a beautiful one. I don't even know what I'm doing. I really don't. I had some paper that I brought with. Oh God, there's all kinds of painting papers here. I just saw out of the corner of my eye. Ooh. Never mind. Yellow. Go to the Tim Holtz shelf. I'm just going to cut out one of these. I got a new bigger punch. This is 1 3/4 to keep here. All right, I need to. I might cut out a couple of these. just like the swirls of their shells, and just use that as my design element, just like it is. Might not be any might about it. It might be what I'm doing. I need to get closer to these. I don't like the background at all. It's too much. And you can't even tell there's texture under here now. So how do I rectify this? I'm not sure. I could train the thread to go across these guys, but then they're all up there. I don't like that. The background is messing with me. Craft paper that I've painted. But then my thread will be covered up. I don't want to do that. Maybe I just cut out sections. I don't know. See, these aren't going to show through. I could. I mean, I can put more thread down, I guess. Kind of like tearing it into the shape that was painted more. You know what I could do? I could rip that and then have that. And actually the thread shows up better now too. Okay. I think this was just a clean your paintbrush page on some craft paper that probably came in an Amazon thing delivered. Oh, I have something at the Amazon place, I think. Maybe not. I'll have to go pick up dog food. My husband ordered dog food. He's very particular. They don't sell it at the actual pet store. The flavor he likes. Maybe. Rip the centers out too. Okay, I'm liking that better a little bit. I'm covering up all the texture I glued down. Disregard all the texture conversation. Jeez. Okay. Now, where's this guy? All right, let's see. Uh-oh. My thread came undone. Okay, so that one can go anywhere. Okay, this just looks like a grungy mess. Again, I don't think I like this. What can I put on top? Okay, I'm going to glue it down. I'm going to commit to this part right here. Whether it's visible by the time I'm done, I'm not sure. This is dried enough. I think the paper will stick. Okay. It's like surgery here, putting in stitches. Okay. Glue this one down. Okay, we have this part down now. Okay, do I want to go around it with white? Not around it, but maybe swirls. But really messy. Which you can feel the texture under there. So maybe that's what I'm going to use it for. Oh, now see, I'm liking that better already. And it's helping with the output of this with all the layers underneath. And coloring on top of this grungy layer, this blue layer, is kind of connecting them all. And I don't hate that either. Kind of makes it look like it was intentional. Not trying to cover up stuff that you don't like. I don't hate it now. I didn't hate you before. I'm sorry. Bad words. Okay. If I put these in there for a pop of color, and add blue on top of those. That might be snail. That might be snail, actually. My snails are blue. They've had too many blueberries. Which is appropriate because I had a blueberry muffin for breakfast. I know, that's not on the diet. I've eaten terrible since I've been here. It's been easy, quick, fast stuff, which is not the best. Okay. Not hating it. Not hating it. I'm wondering, ooh, Prussian blue. Prussian blue. Love me a good Prussian blue. I think I have Prussian blue in here. This one. That looks like regular blue. Not sure I like that. There's so much stuff on here, it's hard to get the true color to come through on it. But I'm wondering if I can't cover it. Oh, see, there's so much blue, it's not sticking. I mean, glue and paint and tempera paint sticks. The watercolors aren't sticking. Well, maybe they will. If I don't mess with it, they can dry. However, I love the blue on the white. So I'm backing off the blue. No, it was green and yellow. A good, almost all of it's gone. But now I'm wondering. I really like the white paint, the blue on the white paint. Maybe just in some places. This is where it could go all wrong. Starting to look like a caveman drew this, but that's okay. They had snails back then too. Oh, that's what I need to do. I might draw on some of the craft paper part. More swirls. Somebody's going to need to pry this paintbrush out of my hand, I think. Okay, I don't hate it. It's one of my favorites. No, but that's okay. It was a good fun play. 100% for fun and play. I'm going to try that texture thing again, but different paint process. Okay, we're stopping. However, I need to... There. And there's still black thread wandering around. There. And there. I'm gonna tear that, it's too much. Too close. Guess what I did forget? My Hobonichi. I know. But my husband, I meet my husband a week from today to get the DOG, Mr. G. And he's going to have to venture into my craft room. He's going to say his favorite expression as a Southerner with his Southern accent, which is prominent. He goes, God almighty. He's going to walk in that room and he's going to go, God almighty, Gunner. Whoop. I shouldn't have said that. Mr. G, how are we going to ever find anything in this mess? I think I know where it is. I think I do. I think I do. Okay, I don't hate it. Not my favorite, but it's okay. I think I got the snail point across, right? Just shake your head yes, okay? All right, tomorrow, tomorrow is Devil, which to me screams red. So we have this one. I still love that. That's a great quilt pattern. It could be done in tons of different pattern colors. I love her. I love this one. That admittedly so far does not fit. But that was when my brain was on getting kicked off still. Okay. I kind of, it's growing on me. Admittedly, there might be too much color in here. Too many layers of colors. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. The snail had blueberries. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Okay. I need to get cleaned up and get... I'm going to the bookstore. Do I need to go to the bookstore? No. But we don't have a Barnes & Noble anywhere close to us. And I do love a wander in a bookstore. Even if I don't buy anything. But I usually come out with something. They are getting less and less Daphne's Diaries. And I haven't seen a Flow magazine there in forever. But love it. Okay, thanks for watching. So far this morning, I'm moving at a snail pace. Kaboom. Thanks for watching. Bye.